Well, I'm Chris, and I did a degree in journalism, focusing on broadcast journalism. I came to a couple of open days, and compared to the other open days I'd done, none of the other universities seemed as involved in actual journalism. The rest were kind of like, well, we learn about it and we do little pretend ones, whereas the people who lecture at UCLan, they are practicing journalists. And in fact, as I was coming to UCLan, one of the main lecturers was having a book published about journalism. So it felt more that more was going on rather than just you're being taught about something, you're not really involved. You're students, you're not journalists. Whereas we feel like journalists who happen to be students. It was a lot more hands-on than I expected it to be. I expected it to be we'd produce one newspaper or one TV show, perhaps a term, or maybe even once every couple of weeks or once every month. We did one full news broadcast every week, sometimes twice a week, and it really does galvanise you as a unit, and you really do make some really good friends as well. And also, a lot of the reading parts of stuff, it gives you an opinion about the wider world. And I think that's what I've gained most from this, is that I know more about myself, which is the cheesiest thing you could say. Well, I think just because it's based in the Northwest, it's really good for anyone studying journalism and anything to do with broadcast, because obviously Media City is being started in Salford. So it's really good to get your foot in the door, and rather than having the BBC bringing their own people up from London, they have people who know the local area. That's another thing you learn here is you can learn all about the local news and cover it like any other practicing journalist would. Well, firstly, you have to be interested in it. If you're not interested in it, there's not really any point. But if you're interested in it, I can't think of any better way to study it, really, because you do learn hands-on, which is one of the easiest ways to learn. You do get top-notch industry standard equipment. I mean, I've done placements at the BBC, and they use all the same technology that we do. And yeah, I can't think of a better place to do it. I mean, I have friends who are doing journalism, and I'll discuss with them stuff like, I had to produce a documentary, and they were like, why did you have to do that? Oh, for my course. And they're not even doing interviews yet when I'm making a full 15-minute documentary about something. So not to show off, but I feel that I did learn quicker and in more detail than a lot of other people who I've spoken to.